Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be doing the Instagram versus real life makeup tutorial. And this video has been floating around YouTube and I've been wanting to do it for the longest. If you have been rolling with me since, you know, probably since day one or a little after, you know that I did the Power of Makeup challenge. So one side was makeup and then the other side was nothing. So this is kind of the same concept, but one side of my face is for Instagram pictures and then the other side is my everyday real life makeup. So for the Instagram, I always wear my lashes, my highlight is more popping and my lips are more bold. So I do have more makeup on when I do my Instagram pictures and obviously when I'm filming. But this side of my face is the makeup that I wear every day, like when I'm going to work or if I'm not even going to work, but I just want to slap on a little makeup. This is how I look every day. No lashes, no highlight, just very, very minimal makeup. So yeah, in this video will also be a collab with two of my girlfriends here on YouTube. Their names are Jasmine and Mira. So all three of us did the Instagram versus real life makeup tutorial, which like I said is floating around all over on YouTube. We wanted to give it a try, so we did it. So be sure to check out their videos as well. I have them linked down below in my description, and subscribe to their channels if you're not already subscribed because you guys are missing out. But yeah, anyway, if you want to see how I created my Instagram side and my real life everyday wearable makeup side, then go ahead and keep on watching. All right, we're gonna start off with the OFRA oil-free moisturizer. I like to use this all over my face before I apply any of my foundation. And I'm actually gonna put this on both sides because I use it for my everyday makeup, you know, my real life makeup, and I also use it when I'm taking pictures for my Instagram. All right, so I guess this side will be my real life makeup, and then this side we will do my Instagram makeup. So starting off with my brows first, because I always do these first before anything. I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, which is my absolute favorite. So for my everyday makeup, I just, you know, as you can see, just brush out my brows and then I kind of fill them in. I don't fill them in all the way, but just a little bit. Just, kind of messed up. Just to get the shape to look more defined. I just fill them in just a little bit. All right, and that is all I do for the fill it in part. And now I just go back in with the brush and just brush everything together. And that's all I do for my everyday brow. Now going over to my Instagram brow, we're actually gonna make this look more sleek, you guys. So I just brush it up like I did the other brow. And then I fill it in. And with this one, I make it darker. So it's gonna be darker than the other brow. And this actually takes the longest. That's why you guys, I just broke the tip of the brow product. But that's why you guys don't see me do my brows on pretty much all of my tutorials, because it takes the longest to do. My brows and my eyelashes take the longest. But yeah. So I go under it and above it to clean it up. So that's pretty much what I do with my brows. This side, my everyday brow, I just fill it in lightly. And this side for my Instagram brow, I fill it in a little bit more to make it dark, and to make it stand out more, I clean it up with some concealer. Now we're gonna go in with foundation, and for my everyday side, I use the, well, what I've been using lately is the Covergirl Queen collection. This is the Natural Hue Liquid Foundation. This one is in the shade Soft Copper. So I just put a little bit on my face. I don't put a lot because my everyday makeup is pretty much my going to work makeup, because I work pretty much every day. But now I'm just gonna blend that out with my Vanity Planet foundation brush. I just pat it in just a little bit. I don't do any color correcting for my everyday makeup because it's quick and easy. So that is pretty much it with the foundation on my everyday makeup side. Now going over to the Instagram side, I will be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I usually mix this in with my NARS. Ooh, excuse me. I usually mix this in with my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, but I'm pretty much out of it right now. So what I'm gonna do is mix this in with the CoverGirl Queen Collection Foundation. The reason why I do that is because this foundation is a little bit on the orange side, but I love how the finish looks when I'm mixing this with my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. It gives me a really nice, flawless finish, and it makes, you know, my foundation last throughout the whole entire day when I'm using those two together. I just hit my lip. So I will be trying these two out together. I have not worn these together before, but for this video, I'm just gonna use both of them together. So I just put a little bit on. I forgot to color correct. So with color correcting, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. And I just take this orange color right here and just put a little bit on my dark spots. And that's pretty much it. I don't, you know, get crazy with it. Just put a little bit on any of my dark spots. And I already put a little foundation on that already, but that is okay. All right, now that my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation is on, I'll put a little bit of this CoverGirl Queen Collection Foundation. And if you can't tell by now, I use a little bit more foundation when I'm doing my Instagram side than I did with my everyday side, because like I said, I don't need that much makeup on when I'm doing an everyday look. So with this side, it's gonna be beat. The other side will be, you know, just an everyday look, natural. Okay, moving on to concealer. I'll be taking the Wet n Wild concealer. This is the concealer I did for my brows, but I've been using this the past few days and I have been loving this concealer. This is the Photo Focused Concealer by Wet n Wild, and I noticed they had more shades. I always see the lighter shades in this concealer, which is why I never pick it up, but I noticed this was like the darkest shade in the collection, so I definitely wanted to pick it up. This is in the shade, what color is this one? Dark Cocoa. But I love how this gives such great coverage. It does not crease under my eyes. It's just a perfect concealer, and it's not watery. I thought this was gonna be like one of those watery concealers, but it's not watery at all. It feels like a high-end concealer if you ask me. So, and I'm gonna take this little beauty blender. I got this from Walgreens. This thing was like $2.99, and it is the best thing to use for under your eyes when you apply your concealer because it fits perfectly. I mean, it's dirty already, but it is the best beauty blender that I have bought out of the drugstore. It feels exactly like the texture of this, like how it feels just like the original beauty blender. So I don't think I'd ever spend $20 on another beauty blender when I have this thing. And I actually got another one for my backup. So yeah. All right, so the Instagram side of my face, I'll be taking my Milani Retouch and Erase concealer. I have been using this so much and I feel like I'm pretty much almost out of it already, but I just love this concealer. Like, it is bomb. I feel like drugstore concealers are really stepping their game up. Ooh, that is so crooked. Oh well, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We are going to make it work. Okay, moving on to setting powder. I go with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I actually use this on both sides of my face because I always use this stuff, whether I'm doing a soft everyday look or if I'm doing just a full beat. So I always use this stuff to set my concealer. So for this side of my face, which is my everyday, you know, real life makeup, I don't use as much setting powder as I would on my Instagram side. So I just take a little bit of it just to set everything in place of where I put all the concealer. Okay, now moving on to my Instagram side, I used to bake, but I don't bake anymore. I just use a little bit more of the setting powder and just press it in like this. And then I keep pressing until it disappears pretty much, because eventually it disappears on your face. But I don't necessarily bake my face anymore, because I feel like this is just as good. I mean, it works just as good. So I just keep tapping it in until it pretty much blends in with everything. All right, so as you can see, this side looks more clean and fresh and beat. This side looks more natural and, you know, like real life makeup. So now we're gonna go in to set my whole entire face, and I'll be using my Sephora Baked Compact, and this is in the shade Deep. So with this, I just pretty much set everywhere that I apply foundation. And I do this on both sides of my face. Like, I use the same product on both of the sides, but my everyday side, I just don't use as much. I just pretty much go over it really lightly just to make sure everything is set. Now for my Instagram side, I use a little bit more of a heavy hand with this, just so everything can look set. See, as you can tell, it's a little bit more heavy. All right, now I go in with bronzer, and I'm taking the Tarte Contour Palette Volume 3. So I do this on both the sides of my face, my everyday and also my Instagram side. My everyday side, I don't use a lot. I just use just a little bit. I just go over it lightly, like very lightly. It's my forehead. And that's it. Like, that's all I do on this side. Now moving on to the Instagram side, I kind of go in a little bit more to get more structure going on. Then I'll go into my nose and contour it a little bit. All right, moving on to the eyes, I'll be taking my Makeup Geek shadows, which is nothing new because I absolutely love Makeup Geek. So for my everyday look, I always go into Cocoa Bear, which is this shade right here. I go into my crease with this color and then just drag it up just a little bit. And then I go into Cherry Cola, I think it's called. Yeah, I go in to Cherry Cola, which is this burgundy shade right here, and put it on the outside of my lid. And then I take Frappe and, what shade is this? Petal Pusher. So I mix both of these together, and I use the same brush. I don't even go in with a different brush because by this time, like, I'm getting ready for work and I don't have time to get different makeup brushes. But I blend both of those shades together and put it on the inner corner of my eye just to have a lighter shade right there. And then I go back into Cherry Cola and just blend it all together. So this is my everyday real life eyeshadow. Now moving on to my Instagram eyeshadow. And I'm gonna take the same brush. I don't even feel like getting up to get any more brushes, but this one I'm gonna do a really dark smoked out eye because I just love a smoky eye. So I'm gonna go in with Corrupt, which is this very, very dark black. I've already tapped my brush in it, so I'm gonna go into this and just smoke out my crease. And I'm gonna go into Cocoa Bear, which is the shade right here, and go into the crease and a little bit more above the black. All right, now moving back on to Corrupt, which is the black again. I'm gonna tap my brush in it and go into the crease one more time to deepen it up. And I'm actually gonna go into Cherry Cola again, which is this burgundy shade right here, and put it all over the lid because I love it so freaking much. All right, so that is all I'm gonna do with the eyeshadow. Now moving on to eyeliner. And for eyeliner, I'll be taking my Milani Stay Put matte eyeliner. I use this on both sides. I use this every day, and I also use it for my Instagram makeup. So I just put this. All right, so that is all I do for this side. Now I'm gonna go over to the Instagram side and try to do a wing. Let's see how this works, because I'm horrible with doing a wing on camera. So let's see how this works. All right, so this is my Instagram wing and my everyday basic eyeliner. Yeah. And for the lashes, I'll be taking the new Nicole Guerrero lashes. This is her 143 lash. So I'll be putting this on the Instagram side because I never wear lashes when I do my everyday makeup. So I'm gonna attempt to put this on camera. So let's see how this works. I didn't poke an eye out. I usually struggle when I'm putting on my lashes on camera, so that wasn't bad at all. So yeah, this is her 143 lashes. I have been loving these lashes. I like how they flare out at the end. All right, so far this is the Instagram, and so far this is the real life side. So as you can see, the Instagram side is more dramatic. It looks bigger. And the everyday side looks very, very plain. So now we're gonna go in with blush and then highlight and then the lips, and we will be done. So with the blush, I'm taking my NARS blush. This is in the shade Toss. That's pretty much all I do for this side. Now we're gonna go into the Instagram side and just add more blush. And then we're gonna go in with highlighter, and I don't have my freaking highlighter brush. Freaking crap. And I don't feel like going to get the highlighter brush. So we're gonna try to highlight with this kabuki brush. So I'm gonna take the Makeup Forever highlighter, put a little bit on the side of the brush like that, and highlight my face, which works actually. Woo, that is a lot of highlight. So for the everyday side, I usually wear a lip gloss or a lip balm or just anything that's nude and it's just not too bright, not too dark, just something that's an everyday lip. So for today, I'll be taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. This is in the shade Statement Nude. So this is just a really pretty nude color. Now I'm just gonna put it on this side of my lips. Now moving on to the Instagram side, I usually go for a bold lip or a really bright fuchsia lip. So today I'll be doing a bold dark lip. So for this look, I feel like this color is perfect for it. This is the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Smoky Rose. I know they came out with a few more newer shades, and this is actually one of them. So I'll be taking this and putting it on this side. So here we have my Instagram side, and then this is my everyday real life makeup side. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Jasmine's video and also Mira's video, because they also did this look going on. So we have our Instagram and then our real life makeup going on. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.